The Resistance. In Edelstein, a resistance was forming against the Blackwings. Many townspeople mobilized to fight the Blackwings in secrecy while masquerading as ordinary citizens with ordinary jobs. The leader of the resistance was Headmaster Ferdy, whose public guise was the headmaster of the local school. After losing their childhood friend, Claudine, Elix, Belle, and Brighton became key figures in the resistance and were later joined by another man named Checky, masquerading as a doctor, a kindergarten teacher, a police officer, a street sweeper, and the town's mascot, respectively. They secretly recruited and trained citizens to become soldiers who could serve as support, spies, and assassins in the fight against the Blackwings. Elex trained the Blasters, powerful warriors who used arm cannons. Bella trained wild hunters, bowmen who rode on wild jaguars. Brighton trained battle mages, unconventional magicians who used their staves to attack enemies at close range. And Checky trained mechanics, who attacked from powerful mecha suits. Claudine did not lead any branch in the resistance, as it was the resistance policy not to train thieves, and instead served as the head of operations, while Headmaster Ferdy managed the Resistance's special training program. Author's note: even after all these years, I'm still hoping for a Thief Resistance class. Xenon is great, but he still doesn't count in that way. Smile. He totally does. With the formation of the Resistance, yet another major power had appeared at the precipice of the looming conflict ahead. Over time, the Resistance grew in numbers and soon decided that it was time to take back their city. They reached out to the Cygnus Knights, posing a joint operation to remove the Blackwings from power. However, the Cygnus Knights soon learned that the Blackwings were once again plotting to assassinate the Empress. A veteran knight named Dunamis was sent to infiltrate the Blackwings base in Edelstein, where he discovered the mastermind of the plot, a high-ranking officer of the Blackwings named Eleanor, the Black Witch. Although he couldn't finish her off, Dunamis took a black scale from her that she was carrying and returned to Arev. Unsatisfied with his failure to capture her, Dunamis went back to Edelstein against Nineheart's council in order to defeat the Black Witch. However, Eleanor lured him into a trap and captured him. To rescue Dunamis, Nineheart dispatched a second knight. Author's note: this knight is just a random one that you happen to play as in Grand Athenium, not the Cygnus Knight of any of the class's storylines. Sneaking past the defenses, the knight made their way into the mine. There they met a ghost named Big Daddy, who offered to help locate Dunamis in exchange for recovering a photo of his daughter from the ore munchers. After finding the photo, Big Daddy led the knight to Glimmer's secret prison. There the knight met a researcher named Alan, who agreed to help free Dunamis, as he himself had been kidnapped and forced to work for Glimmer. After taking androids apart for their parts, the knight brought the necessary components for Alan to unlock the prison cell. Dunamis thanked the knight for rescuing him, explaining that he had almost captured Eleanor when she had trapped him. He was confused about why she had gone easy on him the first time, even allowing him to bring back the black scale to Arev. They decided to investigate and went deeper into the mine before entering Eleanor's room. Inside, they found her secret plan and was horrified to learn that the black scale was part of a spell that she was planning to cast. They fought their way past they fought their way out of the mine and returned to Arev. Upon arriving, they were shocked to find that the entirety of Arev had lost its color. At the Empress's resting spot, they found Cygnus, Nineheart, Shinsu, and all the chief knights turned to stone. Eleanor then appeared and explained that Shinsu's power prevented any curse from befalling Arev, but a resident of Arev could inadvertently bring it inside the borders, which was why she allowed Dunamis to take the black scale back with him. The knights then defeated Eleanor, causing her to retreat and break the spell. Though the Black Witch had been defeated, they realized that Eleanor's true plan had been to prevent the Cygnus Knights from aiding the resistance. As a result, the resistance had gone into battle, expecting reinforcements that never arrived. The failed attack resulted in heavy casualties, and the resistance was forced underground once again. believing that the Cygnus Knights had betrayed them by going back on their word. The resistance vowed that they would take back their city alone, and this eventually sparked heavy animosity between the two. Author's note: the feud between the Resistance and the Cygnus Knights is one of the stupidest plot points in this game. I don't know what the Resistance expected the Cygnus Knights to do, even when the whole island was petrified, and I think it's dumb that the Cygnus Knights took the accusation of them betraying the Resistance without any argument. They dragged this feud out through the course of the Black Mage arc painfully and unnecessarily. It honestly feels like pulling teeth. Even when it seemed like they would have buried the hatchet after Black Heaven, they still managed to force it into the story one last time during Limina. Fortunately, it seems like they're done with it for now, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't pop up again during the Darmor arc.